What's going on, guys? Chunky back here on my channel for a review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, before I get into my review, guys, I'd just like to say thank you so much for your support. We're almost there at 100 subscribers, so please, if you like my channel, want to keep up with all my content, please hit that subscribe button down below. You'll be doing me a huge favor. Like the video as always, and if you have an opinion on Star Wars The Last Jedi, please comment down below. Let's get straight into it. Now, first things first. Star Wars The Last Jedi is a very, very interesting film. I will come out the gate and say I liked it. I even loved it. But I still don't know how I feel about it. I've seen it twice since it came out in like the space of a week. So I really wanted to take my time on this review, which explains why it's a little late. It didn't come out on day one. I saw the midnight release. And then I saw it again on the weekend. So I wanted to keep this review as spoiler-free as possible. It's technically spoiler-free. The only things that I'll be referencing in detail are the things that you would have seen in the trailers or any other promotional material like that. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. The first thing I loved about this film was Luke Skywalker himself. Mark Hamill is honestly a great actor. He's like wine. He just gets better with age. Everything he's done throughout his career has honestly just gotten better and better. From the original Star Wars films to his voice acting days as the Joker in the Batman animated series, all the way till now, this is actually a great performance. It brings out another side of Luke Skywalker that I never thought I would see. You can tell that he's just a conflicted dude. He just doesn't know what's right and what's wrong anymore. And he kind of has some good reasons for wanting to end the Jedi, and I believed it. I was on board with his views and what he was trying to do and how he was going about it. That being said, as far as characters go, I think that he does steal the show. I think that he is the forefront. He's kind of that bridge between the old trilogy or the original trilogy and the trilogy that we're experiencing now. But there are other characters that do hold their own. You know, Rey's back, Finn's back, Kylo Ren's back. I think they're all good. They're all acceptable. I do like these characters. I'm happy to have the trilogy transition into the hands of these guys. So there's nothing really wrong there. The biggest crux of this film is, apart from the characters, the action scenes. They're really good. I think they're actually fantastic. From the first action scene, it's a great space battle, all the way to the end action scene. It's just a spectacle. There's a lot going on. It grabs your attention. The effects are honestly that good. They're really good. And I think that the characters do shine within these scenes. You know, even Poe Dameron, like even at the start, you can tell this dude is a good captain. So, like, I was on board with a lot of the things this movie was giving me. However, after watching it the first time, I definitely felt conflicted because I didn't want to admit that there were things that I didn't like as much. Now, it's in the trailers to some degree. There is a casino scene which I didn't love. It felt disjointed from the rest of the film, what the rest of the film was trying to do. The overall story feels a tad disjointed because our characters are in various places. The rebellion's here, Rey's training with Luke, all that stuff that you would have seen in the trailers. I kind of got that impression from the trailer, and it kind of didn't really change in the film. It was as disjointed as I thought it would be. So for that, it's an issue. I'm not going to lie and say it's an issue, but there are so many things which save the film. Even within the the lesser entertaining parts, the parts that frustrated me, the characters are great, the effects are great, and the action scenes within those scenes are still good. So it sounds like I'm trying to pick this film apart. It is a very complex film. It gives a lot. I think the issue with this film is, and the issue that everyone's having with this film, is it didn't give us what we expected. It didn't give us what we thought a conventional Star Wars film would bring us. So for that matter, I kind of think it's unfair to hate on this film because I understand what it was trying to do, and the things that it nailed, it fucking nailed. Like, it was really good. Like, even the finale action scene was just like, it blew my balls off. It was that good. Like, for me anyway, there's no subjectivity there. Just like, that was a good action scene. Like, that was a fantastic action scene. But even when, it's not hitting those highs, I think that there's a lot to give here. I think that we're delving into the concept of the Force, the concept of the Jedi, instead of just looking at what they are, looking at who they are and why they are. It's a bit more interesting. It's a bit more complex. It's more of a thinking man's film. And I'm not saying that Star Wars has never been that. I just didn't think that we were expecting the film to go this deep. However, as disjointed as it is, there are a lot of things that are unexplained. You know, I don't want to explain exactly what they are. I have a real issue with Snoke. I think he's good as long as he's on screen. There's no context to him as far as I'm concerned. Even from the first one, I'm not even talking about this now. Even from the first film of this trilogy, The Force Awakens, there's no context to Snoke. You know, if you want to go outside the boundaries of this film and look it up on Google or whatever, that's totally fine. But nothing here explains who Snoke is and why he's here. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't get the message anyway. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but nonetheless, I didn't understand the importance and impact of Snoke. But when he's on screen, I guess he's okay. Andy Serkis is a really good actor. He owns motion capture. So for that, it was good. That being said, guys, I know it sounds like I'm picking this film apart, but I really did love this film. Like, it's a great Star Wars film. It's better than majority of the Star Wars films. It's better than every single one of the original, It's better than every single one of the prequel trilogy films. It's better than The Force Awakens. In my opinion, I don't know where it stacks up in the original trilogy. Empire is still my favorite. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I originally thought that this film was second to The Empire Strikes Back. It still very well may be. I haven't thought about it to that extent, even though I've seen it twice. But I think we really need to let this film mull over for at least a few months, because it could be a classic in the making. It really does have that feeling. It just feels epic. It feels grand. It feels like you can actually dissect this film and kind of get a message that you initially didn't see. So for that matter, guys, I think it was fantastic. I was entertained the whole way. I didn't stop watching any parts of this film. I wasn't bored at any moment of this film. So for that, guys, you know, if you're a Star Wars fan, I understand there are fans that are really conflicted. I understand those frustrations. But I also think that it is a great film. I also think that, you know, there are at least portions of this film which you'll like. So I'm sorry this review was so vague. But for that reason, I'm going to give it a must watch. Because I loved it as a Star Wars fan. I think when I thought about my expectations and really kind of went in the second time, knowing what to expect, I think I actually appreciated it even more for not being a conventional Star Wars film. So for that matter, guys, I am going to do a spoiler review. So this is like vague for that reason. I can't really, it's hard to talk about the film when you have so many moments and characters and character moments that you want to talk about. Because they're the things that I did love and I didn't like, you know? So, yes, it is a great film, and go watch it. If you're a Star Wars fan and you haven't seen it already, I'd be surprised. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be doing me a huge favor. Let's get the channel to 100 subscribers. Please join that journey. If you like the video, please like down below. And if you have an opinion on The Last Jedi, I know there are tons. Please comment down below. Tell me what you thought. And as always, guys, this is Chunky. Thanks for stopping by my world. I'll see you soon. Take care.
It's time for the Jedi to end.